An AEW star undergoes emergency surgery. Plus, there was a WWE title change last night on Raw, and TNA tease a major new signing. It's all in the Cultaholic Wrestling news right now. This morning, as the entire wrestling world is doing and beyond, we're sending our best wishes to CJ Perry. You may have seen over the weekend, we talked about it yesterday, she had an infection in her finger that went all the way up her arm.
Yeah, she said this on social media, and it was quite a scary one.
Yeah. And it seems as if it's taken a turn, because a few hours ago she shared another update online saying, I've been in the ER in hospital for over 50 hours now. The infection has gotten worse and I'm going into surgery tonight. Please keep me in your thoughts and prayers. I love you all.
Now, we've not had any further updates about this. Hopefully the surgery's all done and went well and everything. But yeah, I don't know what else we can really say other than obviously everybody's wishing CJ Perry a full and speedy recovery.
Bestest wishes from all of us here at Cultaholic and beyond. Raw last night, it was an early Christmas present for two people.
It was. Yeah. It's none other than those crazy, wacky party ladies.
KC.
Carter.
The KC.
Caden Carter.
KC and the Sunshine Band.
She was called KC. Oh, wait, but
they're
KC
both
as
KC.
Well.
Katana
Right.
Chance, Caden Carter, KC,
and
the Sunshine
Band. Well, the Sunshine Band weren't in attendance, but Caden Carter and Katana Chance did win the WWE Women's Tag Team titles on Raw, defeating Chelsea Green and Piper Niven. They earned the match, obviously, by winning a Top Contenders match the other week, and then pinned Chelsea Green clean with the after party.
Love it.
Double T. Yeah, it's all good.
I like Netbreaker 450.
What do you think of this title change? Because I thought that they were building it up for, or maybe that match happened in the end. The Witches, they were like, we have cursed the tag team belts, and you will see.
It's like Fraser Porter's in.
Yeah.
There's a few loose threads there. Like, obviously they felt like the Witches deserved another run at the belts. Chelsea Green and Piper Niven, I think, had still lots of mileage as a team. We were hearing from Fight fans this week that there's big plans for a Chelsea Green push in 2024. And obviously Sonya Deville rumoured to be back soon as well. We thought there might have been some fun to be had with them as champions. So whilst it's deserved, and I'm delighted because they're they're a rarity in WWE, and that is a women's tag team with history.
Yes.
With heritage. And I'm happy for them. It just came out of nowhere.
I'm happy for them as well because, like you say, they do have history together, especially if you go back to their NXT days. But at the same time, because the bulk of their run was on NXT, to a lot of fans, they might still seem also quite fresh and new as well. So I think that's a good thing. So I'm not against the title change at all. I just think maybe there could have been a bit more of a build, but at the same time, this could now be the chance to build their characters, to establish them as the next hot tag team on the scene.
Well, it does. It doesn't quite end for them there, because Chelsea Green and Piper Niven have very much declared revenge in one of those YouTube Raw exclusives after the show, and it does conclude a somewhat cursed chapter for Chelsea Green. It seems when obviously she was teamed with Carmella, then Carmella went off to go and have her first child with Corey Graves, and then she ended up working with Sonya Deville, who got injured, and then Piper Niven came in. So it does sort of close that chapter for now. Whether or not they regain the belts, whether or not this is the beginning of what has been reported, a major push for Chelsea Green as a solo competitor, we will see.
I don't think it would necessarily be. I know, obviously, all tag teams break up, and it seems like in the past few years, there's not been a tag team that's survived. Like, every single tag team seems to have broken up. But in the case specifically of Chelsea Green and Piper Niven, I think they are both good individual personalities as well. I don't think that a breakup would necessarily harm either of them. So we'll see what happens.
There's been talk of a relationship breakup between Mercedes Moné and AEW after we saw her at Wembley, almost giving us a royal wave from the box. It's all went quiet on that Western front, and Five will select offer a bit of an update on Mercedes Moné's future amid speculation of a WWE return.
Yeah, we talked about that a little bit on the news yesterday, but there are more details now. Fightful report that the conversation about Mercedes Moné's future started when Fightful reported that talks between her and AEW had stopped this month. Fightful saying AEW sources had indicated there was a tentative plan for the two sides to work together when she was no longer injured. At the beginning of December, though, Fightful were told that those plans were no longer active and the two sides were far apart on terms. It is not indicated to Fightful, however, that that pertain to date, schedule, what the reason behind the breakdown in communication was. They don't know that necessarily, but they just know that the conversation seems to have ended between the promotion and Mercedes Moné.
Now, Fightful Select also report that whilst not signed to them currently, New Japan are very keen to work with Mercedes Moné again when she rocked up at Wrestle Kingdom and competed on for New Japan and for Stardom and all that. There was there was bags of potential there to do big things. The injury very much put pay to a lot of that. So Rocky Romero, his representative, said last month to Fightful that he was hopeful Moné and Stardom will work together again, something that Mercedes Moné is still reportedly interested in doing.
But we do also have to touch on the WWE interest as well, of course. That's the big talking point, especially given the fact that Triple H is now in charge. You'd imagine that Sasha Banks would have a good working, or Mercedes Moné would have a good working relationship with him, given their time in NXT as well, where she was very successful indeed. Fightful has more on this specific possibility, saying that they are told that WWE has indicated interest in bringing Mercedes back in the past, and that isn't anything new. However, when Fightful reported that talks are broken down between Mercedes and AEW, they noticed that there was a lot of stuff online with people just assuming that this meant that WWE were going to get her in immediately, and they're quick to stress here that that's not necessarily the case.
Not necessarily so, but obviously anything can happen, as we've discovered in the last 4 weeks alone.
Yes, absolutely.
Anything can flip and happen in wrestling. To that end, let's talk TNA. It's back in January with Hard to Kill, their first show, Impact's first show under the TNA name for many, many years, January 13th. Yesterday on Busted Open Radio, Scott D'Amore very much dropped a very, very big tease about something major happening at Hard to Kill.
Scott's been a bit of a cheeky boy. And he said...
He is a cheeky boy, Scott D'Amore, can confirm.
He said, we are right there at the goal line of finalising one of the biggest signings in TNA. I think it's something that is really going to shake things up on January 13th. If you've been saying, I'm looking for something different, we're giving you a lot. Someone we have in store for you that night is going to blow your socks off.
He also goes on the Impact Twitter, a poster for Hard to Kill that says, worlds will collide on January 13th. You won't believe who is showing up. This is right. You can't say that and it be...
Yeah.
Anything less than spectacular.
This has to be big now.
Yeah.
Who could it? Do you have any ideas? I'm not asking for any insider information. Do you have any theories who it might be?
Well, I haven't. Mercedes Moné was the name that jumped to my mind.
Right, yeah, that would make sense.
Talks have stopped. Don't know what she's doing. That would be a game-changing name. Her best mate, Trinity, is already in the company.
That would make
Mercedes
a lot of sense.
Moné coming over will be very exciting.
Yes.
And that's the sort of schedule that I think would suit her. She could still pursue other endeavors and be part of this new vision for Impact Wrestling, soon to be TNA.
That would be very exciting indeed. My mind went to just the use of the term there, worlds collide, Sami Zayn. I'm just being a silly Billy.
Had I not, obviously Scott there was talking about this huge signing, and then they've gone you won't believe who is showing up. Whether they're two separate things,
right? You
won't there could be there's a major signing, but also somebody shocking is showing up on January 13th. Jeff Jarrett.
It could well be.
Could be my boy. It'd be amazing if it was a TNA original who now works in AEW or WWE, who just pops their head around the door to say hello, like AJ Styles.
Yeah, that would be
amazing.
I don't know, but it has had the desired effect here because I'm eager to tune in and find out who it is.
So am I. We will keep you speed and keep you moving on that one. I think we'll do live reactions for that one. I'm happy. I'm up for staying up late and watching it with you if you're up for watching it with me.
I thought you meant me. I would need to check my calendar. But
you're very welcome to come along as well. Come and join me.
I'll see what I'm doing that day.
You might be washing your hair that day, in case. Just in case. For the latest wrestling news, as we get close to Christmas, of course, you can check out Cultaholic.com. And if you haven't done so already, WWE's Golden Age Part 3 now waiting for you on the channel. A Titanic undergoing, but without the horrible bit at the end with the iceberg. It's just the biggest documentary project we've ever done, and the fourth and final part is coming up on Christmas Eve.
The iceberg's kind of the new generation era.
Oh, nice! This is wise.
In a way.
This is wise, the guy. I like it. I like it.
Thanks.
More wrestling news throughout the day. Stay safe. Love you. Bye.